Many thanks, Perpetua. Joining me on the news now to discuss this is the CEO, Asheer Investment, Muktar Mohammed. Muktar, it's good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. The charges against Binance include non-payment of value-added tax, company income tax, and failure to file tax returns. But can these be paid since it never had physical presence in Nigeria?
Well, there's a global tax law. You have to pay tax in where you are doing businesses. No matter what, even if you are not in America, you buy a product in America, you pay tax. And so if Nigerians are doing business with you and those business originate from here, there's a need to pay tax. So I don't think that is debatable. It's just that we didn't do what we ought to do, like the Security and Exchange Commission was to make sure that Binance was registered in Nigeria and to be able to conduct any financial dealing. That was not done, and they were not secret about their being in Nigeria. So I think it boiled down to regulators, like we've always said, have been the major problem of a lot of challenges that we have had in this country.
Also noted is the charge that Binance is complicit in aiding customers to evade taxes through its platform. Would Nigeria need to need the aid of the United States to enforce this and other claims?
No, I don't think so. We are a sovereign nation. We have rules and regulations. We can actually be able to use that rule to judge them and get judgment. Even that same can even apply in a court in the United States or even in the United Kingdom, like we've seen in the P&ID issue. So it's a win for Nigeria if we're able to prove our case beyond reasonable doubt that an infringement was happening. These people did not pay tax. And even, what you want to know that even if it takes escape tax payment here in Nigeria, they would have been forced to pay personal income tax in their country. That could also put them into a lot of trouble. Maybe as they are not paying tax here, they were not paying tax there. So it's going to be a big issue. We'll have to watch and see how it unfolds, especially with the escape of the regional manager for Africa. So we'll see what happened and what the government is telling us. But I think the government have more evidence to be able to nail Binance. And you must know that Binance is even being tried in countries like the United States. Or presently, they pay the highest corporate fine in the history of America. So they are synonymous with a lot of financial recklessness.
Yeah, I'll have a non-business related question in a bit, but let's try and get your thoughts on this first. Will Binance pay outright, negotiate a sort of settlement, or just call it quits since it has stopped operating in Nigeria? What's your opinion on this?
Whether you stop operating, the time that you operate, you have to pay those taxes. So it's up to them. But if I'm their shoe, I will pay the tax, or I will negotiate with the Nigerian government to pay the tax and then keep operating in Nigeria, because Nigeria remains one of their biggest markets. And if they're out of this country, it will be difficult for a lot of their clients to continue to do business with them.
Just before I let you go, what's your thought on how the Binance regional manager just escaped Nigeria, got into an international flight and left? What's your thought generally on the, how easy it was, it seems, to leave the shore?
I think, Felicity, I've tried to wrap it all through my head all since I heard this news. It's not making sense. It's not enough. I don't know how somebody was given that kind of freedom to go and join these people in prayers, and from there it took a cab or whatever, it took a cab, then went to an international airport, boarded the flight, immigration cleared him with whatever passport they came with. And that's why we keep saying that if government had been open about what they are doing, I don't think we would have been here. If we would have seen a picture of these guys, and the security agent would have had a picture of them and know that these are the people that the government is holding to. So it still beat my imagination how he did it. I mean, it just showed the kind of challenge that our security apparatus have. Because if he has gone to pray, like they said, normally the prayer should not be more than 10 to 15 minutes. Who checked on him when they didn't see him? When did they go to check on him? And when did they alert the authority that he has escaped? So there's a lot of questions that they need to answer. It's like a drama. It's a movie. You watch these things in movie and you think it doesn't happen, and you see it happening in your country. It's a big shame.
I guess we'll hear more in the coming days. This is Nigeria. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you for having me.